In this video, I will discuss a JEE Main PYQ from the topic Simple Harmonic Motion. First, I will discuss some basics. Angle is defined between two lines, and one of the line I can choose as the reference line, which is usually the x-axis. For example, this angle theta is defined between the reference line, which is the x-axis, and the arbitrary line. So once this angle is defined, I can define sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta. So to define that, I'll take a point at a distance r from the origin. Let the coordinates of that point be x comma y. So sine theta is defined as y by r. Y is this distance, the vertical distance. And similarly, cos theta is defined as x by r. This is x by r. And tan theta is defined as y by x. So this coincides with the definition of sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse for angle less than 90 degrees. But this is a more general definition, which is valid even for angle greater than 90 degrees. Two angles will have the same sine value. For example, the angle between this line, the reference line, x-axis, and this line. So the angle between these two is, say, theta. So the sine of this theta is defined as y by r, where y is the coordinate of the point at a distance r along this line. Similarly, if I draw a line like this, symmetrically about the y-axis at an angle theta with a minus x direction, the angle between this line, the x-axis, and this line, which is this angle, it's pi minus theta. So sine of this pi minus theta, again I have to take a point at a distance r. It will have coordinates minus x comma y. This we can figure out by symmetry, because this line is making angle theta with the minus x-axis. So this vertical distance of this point and this point should be same. So sine of this angle pi minus theta should also be the same, y by r. So if given a sine value, there will be two angles, theta and pi minus theta, that will satisfy this relation. For example, if we take sine theta is 1 by root 2, one value that will satisfy this relation is 45 degrees. Another value is 180 minus 45, that's 135. So for this, there are two alpha values possible. One value is pi by 4 radians, which is 45 degrees, or it can be pi minus pi by 4, which is 3 pi by 4 radians, which is 135 degrees. So with this basic understanding, you can solve this JEE Main question. This is the question. Y equal to a sin omega t plus phi naught is the time displacement equation of an SHM. At t equal to 0, the displacement of the particle is y equal to a by 2. And it's moving along negative x direction. Then the initial phase angle phi naught will be. So this is an SHM. So as a function of time, it will vary as a sign. But time t equal to 0, depending on the value of phi naught, you will have some value. So in this thing, if you put t equal to 0, the value of y should be a by 2. So this is the relation that's given in the question. So at t equal to 0, this thing will go. So it becomes sine phi naught. So a times sine phi naught should be equal to y value at 0, which is given as a by 2 in the question. Y equal to a by 2 at t equal to 0. So that means sine phi naught is half. So there are two angles which satisfy this relation. One is 30 degrees. Another one is 180 minus 30. In radius will be pi by 6 radians or pi minus pi by 6, which is 5 pi by 6. But in the question they are given, the particle is moving along the negative x direction. So when it is here, makes the particle move like this, so it will move along the negative x direction. Here, but the value of x is positive here. So they are referring to this second angle. So initial phase phi naught has to be 5 pi by 6. So correct answer is 3. But the more appropriate wording of this question should be negative y direction instead of x direction, because this SHM is a 1D motion. Here the motion is along the y-axis. So at this point, as time increases, it's going up. So it's along the positive y direction. At this point, as time increases, it's going down. So along the negative y direction. So this question will be more appropriate if you have mentioned this as negative y direction.